cloud recording. Hello, everybody. Now and in the future, welcome to our Zoom reading series for Miscreant Theatre Collective. This is our Zoom reading series of different plays. This week, we're reading the script to the premiere episode of Black Mirror, the national anthem. The Goat, or Who is Sylvia, by Edward Albee, which was produced in 2002, written in 2000, won the Tony Award for Best Play, which is pretty cool. Finalist for the Pulitzer in 2003, and I think well-deserved in that respect. It is a pretty intense show. We will go through and name ourselves and who we are reading for, and whenever Tom is ready, he'll begin stage directions and we'll sort of go from there. My name is Doron. I will be reading for Ross and Billy. So that's going to be fun.
Good evening. I'm Dave, and I'll be reading for Martin this evening.
I'm Frankie. I'll be reading for Stevie.
I am Thomas. I'll be reading stage directions.
I'm just renaming Frankie and Dave real quick. Reading as Stevie. Cool. Yeah. Whenever you are ready, Tom.
Scene 1, the living room. Stevie on stage arranging flowers.
What time are they coming? Martin, what time are they coming?
What?
What time are they coming?
Who? Soon. Very soon. Why can't I remember anything?
Why can't you remember?
Anything. Nothing. I can't remember a thing this morning so far. I couldn't remember where I'd put the new head for the razor. I couldn't recall Ross's son's name. Still can't. 2 cards in my jacket make no sense to me whatsoever, and I'm not sure I know why I came in here.
Todd.
What?
Ross's son is called Todd.
Right. Wait, why the flowers?
To brighten up the corner.
Where you are? Where I am?
Where you'll probably be sitting to make the cameras happy.
What are they?
Cameras?
No, these.
Ranunculus. I ranunculi.
Pretty. Why don't they smell?
They're secretive. Probably too subtle for your forgetful nose.
Every sense going. Taste next. Touch. Hearing. Ha! Hearing.
What?
What?
And to think, you're only 50. Did you find it?
What?
The new head for the razor.
Right. New head. I'll need that next. The whole thing.
Why did you want to remember Todd's name?
Well, to begin with, I shouldn't be forgetting it. And when Ross shows up and he asks about Billy, I can't say, he's fine. How's, your son?
Todd.
Todd. How's old Todd?
Young Todd.
Yes. Well, it's the little slips.
I wouldn't worry about it. Are you going to offer them stuff? Coffee? Beer?
Probably. Do you think it means anything?
I don't know what it is.
That I can't remember anything.
Probably not. You have too much to remember. That's all. You could go in for a checkup if you can remember our doctor's name.
Percy.
Right.
Who could forget that? Nobody has a doctor named Percy. What's the matter with me?
You're 50.
No, more than that.
The old foreboding, the sense that everything going right is a sure sign that everything's going wrong, of all the awful to come, all that.
Probably. Why did I come in here?
I heard you in the hall. I called you.
Aha.
What's my name?
Pardon?
Who am I? Who am I?
You're the love of my life, the mother of my handsome and worrisome son, my playmate, my cook, my bottle washer. Do you?
What?
Wash my bottles?
Not as a habit. I may have washed one of your bottles. Do you have bottles?
Everyone has bottles.
Right, but what's my name?
Stevie?
Good. Will this be a long one?
Along what?
Interview.
The usual, I guess. Ross said it wasn't going to be a feature, sort of a catch-up.
On your 50th.
On my 50th. I wonder if I should tell him that my mind's going, if I can remember.
Your mind's not going.
My what?
Your mind, darling. It's not going anywhere.
Am I too young for Alzheimer's?
Probably. Isn't it nice to be too young for something?
Mm-hmm.
The joke is, if you can remember what it's called, you don't have it.
Have what?
Alls. Oh, you know how to turn a girl on. Forehead kisses. Where have you been?
What time are they coming?
Soon, you said. Very soon.
I did? Good.
Did you find it?
What?
The head for your razor.
No, it's around here somewhere.
Fishes in a pocket, brings out cards.
But these, what the hell are these? Basic Services Limited. Basic Services Limited? Limited to what? Let's see, Clarissa Atherton. Clarissa Atherton. No number, no internet thing. Clarissa Atherton?
Basic services? Clarissa Atherton Basic Services.
Every time someone gives me one of these, I know I'm supposed to give one back, and I don't have them. It's embarrassing.
I've told you to have them made. Cards.
I don't want to.
Then don't. Who is she?
Who?
Clarissa Atherton, Basic Services. Does she smell funny?
I don't know. I don't know who she is, as far as I know. Where were we this week?
Oh, it doesn't matter, sweetie. If you're seeing this Atherton woman, this dominatrix who smells funny.
How could I be seeing her, whoever she is? There's nothing on the card. Dominatrix?
Why not?
Maybe you know things I don't.
Maybe.
And I probably know one or two things you don't.
It evens out.
Yes. Do I look okay?
For the TV? Yes.
Yes. Really?
I said yes. Fine. The old prep school tie?
Is it? Oh, yeah. So it is.
No one puts on their prep school tie by accident. No one.
What if you can't remember that's what it is?
No one. If you do get Alzheimer's and you get to the stage you don't know who I am, who Billy is, who you are for that matter.
Billy?
Stop it. When you get to the point you can't remember anything, someone will hand you that and you'll look at it and you'll say, "Ah, my prep school tie, my prep school tie."
The doorbell rings.
Ah, doom time.
If you are seeing that woman, I think we'd better talk about it.
If I were, we would.
If not the dominatrix, then some blonde half your age, some chippy, as they used to call them.
Or worst of all, someone just like you. As bright, as resourceful, as intrepid, merely new.
You win them all, don't you?
Enough.
Door again. The next several speeches are done in a greatly exaggerated noble coward play manner. English accents, flamboyant gestures.
Something's going on, isn't it?
Yes, I've fallen in love.
I knew it.
Hopelessly.
I knew it.
I fought against it.
Oh, you poor darling.
Fought hard.
I suppose you'd better tell me.
I can't. I can't.
Tell me. Tell me.
Her name's Sylvia.
Sylvia. Who is Sylvia?
She's a goat. Sylvia is a goat.
Acting manner drops. Normal tone now. Flat. Serious.
She's a goat.
Now, Stevie moves toward the hall.
You're too much.
Exits.
I am. You try to tell them, you try to be honest. What do? They laugh at you. You're too much. I suppose I am.
Hey, honey.
Oh, hi, Ross.
Rodgers enters with Stevie.
Hello there, old man.
I'm 50.
It's a term of endearment. Nice flowers.
Is it?
What?
It is?
What is?
Hello there, old man. Ranunculi.
Pardon?
The proper plural of ranunculus, the flowers, according to old Martin here.
Some say ranunculuses, but that sounds wrong, even though it's probably perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, let's move that chair over there to whatever they are, the flowers. Are you happy in that chair?
Am I happy in it? I don't know if I've ever sat in it. Have I? Have I ever sat in it?
You just did, and you sat in it last time Ross did the program with you.
That's right.
Yes, but was I happy? Did I sit there and did contentment bathe me in its warm light?
You got me, fella.
Yes, contentment fell. You sat there, and I watched it bathe you in its warm light. I've got to go.
Where are you going?
Out.
Are we in tonight?
Yes, I think Billy's going out.
Naturally.
We're in. TV time. I'm getting my hair done, and then I thought I'd stop by the feed store.
Exits, giggling.
By what? She's gonna stop by what?
Nothing. Nowhere. No crew?
Just me this time, the old handheld. You ready for the chair?
Haha. How's old Todd?
Old Todd?
You know, old Todd.
You mean my baby who just last week it seems I dandled on my knee. That old Todd?
Lovely word, dandled. Yes, that old Todd.
Who I cannot accept having become 18.
Whom?
Maybe.
Yes, that one. Can any of us ever?
Pushing me further into middle age?
Yes, that one.
He's okay. He asked me last week, first time since he was 4 or something, why didn't he have a brother or a sister or whatever? Why April and I never had another kid?
April, May, June, the pastel months. You name girl babies after them.
Right. I told him, if you do it right the first time, why take a chance on another?
Did he like that one?
It seemed to, of course. I could have told him the whole graduating class got together and vowed that we would all only have one kid each. Keep the population down. Speaking of which, how's Billy? How's yours, your one and only?
Oh, 17 last week. Didn't Todd come to the party? No, I guess he didn't. Real cute kid, Billy. Bright as you'd ever want. Gay as the 90s.
Passing phase. Have you had the old, serious talk?
The you'll get over it once you meet the right girl lecture? No, I'm too smart for that. So's he. So's Billy. I told him to be sure. Says he's sure. Loves it, he says.
Well, of course he loves it. He's getting laid, for God's sake. Don't worry about him.
Who?
Billy, 17, it's a phase.
Like the moon, eh?
He'll straighten out, to make a pun. Billy will come out of it. He'll be okay.
Sure.
Voice test? Phone off?
I assume Stevie did it.
I hear a kind of rushing sound like a whoosh, or wings or something.
It's probably the Eumenides.
More like the dishwasher. There, it stopped.
Then it probably wasn't the Eumenides. They don't stop.
They go right on.
Right.
Why is Stevie going to the feed store?
She isn't.
Well, then why did she...
It's a joke.
A standing joke?
No, a new one. A brand new one.
Okay. Ready? Ready, Martin? Here we go. Just be yourself.
Really?
Well, no, maybe not. Just, put on your public face.
Okay.
And don't switch in the middle.
Okay.
Jesus. Good evening. This is Ross Tuttle. Welcome to the People Who Matter. Some people have birthdays and no one pays them any mind. Well, family, of course, friends and others. Well, some people are, I was going to say special, but that's a dumb word. For everyone matters. Everyone's special. But some people matter in extraordinary ways, in ways in which affect the lives of the rest of us, enrich them, inform them. Some people, I guess, are, well, more extraordinary than the others. Martin Gray, whom you've met on this program before, is such a man, such a person. Good evening, Martin.
Good evening, Ross. It's mid-afternoon.
I know, shut up. 3 things happened to you this week, Martin. You became the youngest person ever to win the Pritzker Prize, architecture's version of the Nobel. Also this week, you were chosen to design the World City, the $200 billion dream city of the future, financed by U.S. electronics technology and set to rise in the wheat fields of our Middle West. And also this week, you celebrated your 50th birthday. And happy birthday, Martin, and congratulations.
Thanks, Ross.
Quite a week, Martin.
Yes, it was quite a week.
Well, how does it feel, Martin?
Becoming 50?
No, all of it. So yes.
Well,
It must be amazing. No, thrilling.
turning 50? No, not really.
No, the World City, the Pritzker, all that.
Oh, that. Well, yes, amazing, thrilling.
For one so young.
50 is young.
For the Pritzker Prize. Where were you when they told you?
I was at the gym. I'd taken all my clothes off, and Stevie called me there.
Stevie is, of course, your wife.
I know that.
How did it make you feel?
Stevie being my wife?
No, the prize.
Well, it was gratifying. Not being naked, but hearing about it, the prize.
Weren't you thunderstruck?
Well, no, they hinted at it. The prize, I mean, and
But it was pretty wonderful, wasn't it?
yes, it was pretty wonderful. It is pretty wonderful.
Tell us about the World City.
Well, you just did. $200 billion in all, the wheat fields of Kansas or whatever.
What an honor. What a duo of honors. You're at the pinnacle of your success, Martin.
You mean it's all downhill from here?
Cut.
Camera down.
What's the matter with you?
Sorry?
I can't shoot that. You were a million miles away.
That far.
You want to try again?
Try what?
The taping, the program.
Oh.
We are taping.
Yes. I know.
Something the matter?
I think so. Yes, probably.
Do you want to talk about it, as they say?
About what?
About what's the matter?
Why? What's the matter?
You said something was the matter, that you think something's the matter.
Oh.
40 years, Martin. We've known each other 40 years, since we were 10.
Yes, that gives you something. Rights or something?
I'm your oldest friend.
No, my aesthetics professor at college. I still see him. He's a lot older than you. He's over 90.
Your longest friend. The person that you've known the longest.
No, my Aunt Sarah, she's known me.
She's not a friend.
Oh?
No, she's a relative. Relatives are not friends.
Oh, now.
Are not the same as friends. Jesus.
Well, yes, you're right. I've known you longer as a friend than anyone. Why is that relevant?
Because you're troubled. And I thought that, as your oldest friend, I might be able to...
I am? Is that true?
You said that something was the matter.
I did, huh?
Why are you so...
Are you still shooting? Are you still on?
No. We'll try to do it at the studio later. I'm sorry.
Can I get up now?
Well, if you want to, if you're not happy.
Why are you talking to me like I was a child?
Because you're acting like one.
I am?
Probably the most important week of your life.
Really?
And you act like you don't know whether you're coming or going, like you don't know where you are.
Maybe it's love or something.
Maybe what is?
Like a child.
You're having an affair.
Shh. I mean, Jesus.
It's okay. He's not having an affair.
Jesus. Too bad you didn't bring the crew. They love this.
They know their business.
And?
And?
Aren't you guys friendly anymore?
They know their business. What do you want me to do? Have them over for dinner? Have every crew over for dinner?
No, I guess not. Why not? Why not have them over for dinner?
Oh, for God's sake, Martin.
Okay, Jesus.
It's just that I don't mix with...
The help? You don't mix with the help?
Oh my God, what is wrong with you today? That's not what I meant to, and you know it.
You're a snob. I guess I've always known that. For all your left-wing proletarian background, you're a snob. Worst kind.
We're best friends, remember?
Meaning...
We like each other.
Oh.
More than anyone.
Oh. Right. Yes. Who else can I be cranky with?
Stevie?
You know, Stevie doesn't take too well to cranky anymore. If she's developed a flaw, it's that. Don't be so cranky, Martin.
Pity.
Well, you know.
So you're in love?
With Stevie? Sure. 22 years now.
No, I mean, in love, you know, thicky fack, Humpty Doodle.
Oh, what on earth are you talking about? Humpty Doodle?
You said you were in love, you know, outside of Stevie as I read it.
Really? I don't remember.
Okay. That does it.
Where are you going?
I'm gathering my things. I'm taking my left wing, what was it?
Proletarian.
Proletarian self out of here.
But why?
Look, I came here to fucking interview you.
Fine.
To boost your ego even more than...
I have no ego.
Bullshit. Even more than where it already is, and you fuck that up.
Fine. You say fuck a lot.
Well, you say fine a lot.
Words beginning with F.
Yeah. So tell me about it.
About?
Your new love.
Oh, that.
Yes.
I don't know that I want to.
Yes, you do.
That I can.
Try.
You're persistent.
Best friend. Best friend.
Okay. I don't know if I ever thought that, well, that Stevie and I would be, well, no, we're not.
Are you telling me about it?
I'm starting to, or maybe I'm beginning to start.
Okay.
As I said, it never occurred to me that anything like this would come up because we've always been good together, good in bed, good out, always honest, always considerate. I've not been unfaithful our whole marriage. I want you to know this. Never physically untrue, as they say.
That's amazing. You know, it's wonderful, but wow.
Yes. Wow. Oh, I've been roped in the kitchen by a cutie or two late, a party once or twice, and I've had my hand a couple of places a couple of times, but I've never done anything. You follow?
Yes, I follow.
It never seemed, well, necessary either to be able to do a comparison or even for its own sake. I never needed it, I guess. you remember that time, that college reunion weekend, you and I decided to call that service they told us about, the gang had told us about?
Oh, the Ladies Aid Society.
Yeah, and you called them,
And we had a couple of bimbos over.
Bimbi.
Yes. Oh, I remember.
And you were getting married already, and Stevie and I were dating or going together.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yes.
Gosh, what were the names?
Mine was Alice.
Oh, big girl.
Large Alice.
Right. Mine was Trudy or Trixie or...
April.
Yes. April.
Yes. April.
Oh, shit. April's called April.
Yes, she is.
Shit. And we had them, up to our room. 2 beds, 2 hookers.
Just like when we roomed together.
A kind of reunion for the reunion.
Yeah, I guess so. And do you remember what happened?
I don't know what happened.
I couldn't do it. Couldn't perform.
Oh, yeah. You never had that problem when we were undergrads. I'd be pumping away. You'd be pumping away in the next bed.
Oh, I hadn't met Stevie.
Right.
That night at the reunion with Large Alice.
You were going with Stevie.
Right.
I remember.
I don't know why I ever thought I wanted to,
No. Right.
I was already in love with Stevie, and I didn't know how much.
Amazing theory. The heart rules the dick. I had always thought, the dick was driven by...
Hey, don't be cynical.
Oh. There's a new part of my left-wing... what?
Proletarian.
Yes, my left-wing, proletarian, snobbish, cynical self.
Right. And not new. You do see, don't you? In love with Stevie, she owns every part of me. Look, when I'm traveling and Stevie's here and I get itchy...
You give yourself a hand job and you think about Stevie. What about you and Stevie?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I didn't catch your tone.
There wasn't any. Go on. How'd you fuck it up?
What? Fuck what up?
Are you playing games?
No, fuck what up?
Your life. Apparently, you and Stevie, how'd you fuck it up?
Oh. That.
Getting an answer out of you?
Okay. As I told you, I've never been unfaithful, never needed it. Never.
Yeah, right. You told me.
And then one day...
Yeah?
And then one day...
That's it?
And then one day, well, I was house hunting, barn hunting, actually. Stevie and I had decided it was time to have a real country place, a farm, maybe. We deserved it. So I was in the car about 60 miles out from the city. Stevie couldn't come with me.
Beyond the suburbs.
Yes, beyond the suburbs, farms around it, small farms. And I found a wonderful place, a wonderful old farmhouse and a lot of land.
You back 20 or whatever it is.
Right, whatever. And I called Stevie and I told her she had to see it and I'd put a hold on it till she could see it. And Stevie was, well, a farm, she said. And I said, wait. And the real estate guy was okay with that for a while. And I was driving out of the town back to the highway and I stopped at the top of a hill.
Crest.
Right. And I stopped and the view was, well, not spectacular, but wonderful. Fall, with leaves turning and the town below me and great scudding clouds and those country smells.
Cow shit and all that.
A new mown hay, fella. The smell of country, the smell of apples. The roadside stands with corn and other stuff piled high and baskets full of other things, beans and tomatoes and those great white peaches you only get late summer.
Yes, the whole thing, right.
Oh, you city boys. And from up there, I could trace the roads out toward the farm, and it gave me a kind of shiver.
The ludicrous often does.
Anyway, Anyway, it was pretty wonderful. And I was getting back in the car, about to get back in the car, all my loot, vegetables and stuff. And it was then that I saw her. Just looking at me.
Daisy May. Blonde hair to her shoulders, big tits in the calico blouse, bare midriff, blonde down at the navel, piece of straw in her teeth.
You don't understand.
No? Okay, no blonde hair. No tits?
No. And there she was, looking at me with those eyes.
And it was love.
You don't understand.
No, it wasn't love?
No, yes, yes, it was love, but I didn't know it right then. How could I?
Right, then it was good old lust, eh? You know, dick starting to get big in your pants.
You don't understand. I didn't know what it was, what I was feeling. It wasn't like anything I'd felt before. It was so amazing, so extraordinary. There she was, just looking at me with those eyes of hers. And
Did you talk to her?
did I what?
Did you talk to her?
Huh. Yes, I did. I went up to her to where she was, and I spoke to her, and she came toward me, and those eyes, and I touched her face, and I don't want to talk about it. I can't talk about it.
All right. Let me help you. You're seeing her.
Yes. Oh, yes, I'm seeing her.
You're having an affair with her.
A what? Having a what?
You're screwing her.
Yes. Yes, I'm screwing her. Oh, Jesus.
And you're in love.
That's it. You see.
What is? What do I see?
I am seeing her. I am having an affair, I guess. No, that's not the right word. I am screwing her, as you put it, all of which is beyond even. Yes, I'm doing all that.
And you're in love with her.
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm in love with her. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Sylvia. Oh, Sylvia.
I almost dare not ask this, but who is Sylvia?
I can't tell you.
Well, who else but me? You can't tell Stevie. It would.
No.
Well, then who is she? You know, who is Sylvia?
Martin pauses, goes to wallet, brings out a photo, looks at it, hesitates, then hands it to Ross, not looking as he does so. Ross takes the photo, looks at it, double takes, and begins to guffaw, which becomes a problem.
Don't laugh. Please don't laugh.
This is Sylvia.
Yes.
This is Sylvia who you're fucking?
Don't say that. Whom?
With whom you're having an affair.
Yes. Yes.
How long now?
6 months.
Jesus, man, you have to tell Stevie.
I can't. I couldn't do that.
You have to. And if you don't, man, I will.
No, Ross, please.
You're in very serious trouble.
I am.
You sure are, man. You sure are.
But Ross, you don't understand.
This is a goat. You're having an affair with a goat. You're fucking a goat.
Yes.
Scene 2, the living room, a day later. Martin, Stevie, and Billy. Stevie holding a letter.
You're doing what? You're fucking a goat?
Billy, please.
Jesus Christ.
Don't swear.
Don't what?
Don't swear. You're too young.
Fuck that.
Billy, your mother.
You're fucking a goat and you tell me not to swear.
You know, your own sex life leads a little to...
All right, you two.
At least what I do is with persons.
I said, all right, you two.
Goat fucker.
Fucking faggot.
I said, all right.
Fucking faggot? You called me a fucking faggot?
I'm sorry.
Your father's sorry, Billy.
I'm sorry. You're gay, and that's fine, and I don't give a shit about what you put where. I don't care one way or the other, is what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
I said your father is sorry for calling you a fucking faggot because he's not that kind of man. He's a decent, liberal, right-thinking, talented, famous gentleman who right now would appear to be fucking a goat. And I would like to talk about that, if you don't mind. Or even if you do.
Sure, Mom. I'm sorry. You go right ahead.
Oh, dear.
Let's review Ross's letter, shall we?
How could he? How could he do such a thing?
How could he? Best friend to both of us? A man you would trust with your wife? No?
Sure.
How could Ross write me this letter?
Yes.
Because I love you, Stevie, as much as I love Martin. Because I love you both. Respect you. Love you. I can't stay silent at a time of crisis for you both, for Martin's public image and your own deeply devoted...
Bullshit.
Yes?
Yes.
So, anyhow, let's not pretend he never wrote the letter. Let's not pretend I didn't get it in the mail today. Nice that no electronic nonsense. And let us not pretend that I did not read it.
No, of course not.
And let us not pretend that Ross does not tell me that you are having an affair with, how does he put it? An affair with a certain Sylvia who, I am mortified to tell you, he does get flowery, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
I am mortified to tell you is a goat.
Jesus.
Will you be
Will you
still?
be still?
All right, sure. Jesus.
You will, of course, be shocked and greatly distressed. No kidding. Shocked and greatly distressed to know of this, but I felt it my obligation to be the one to bear these tidings.
Tidings?
Yes, tidings.
Jesus. Of comfort and joy.
As I'm sure you'd rather hear it all from a dear friend, as opposed to what? The ASPCA?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Doubtless, Martin, doubtless.
Probably.
Doubtless, Martin will tell you all I have not, all I cannot. What are friends for, eh?
Dad.
Poor Dad.
What?
Nothing.
So now you will tell me all that Ross has not, cannot. After you tell me what friends are for, of course.
Stevie.
Stay away from me. Stay there. You smell of goat. You smell of shit. You smell of all I cannot imagine being able to smell. Stay away from me.
I love you.
Jesus.
You love me? Well, let's see if I understand the phrase. You love me.
Yes.
But I'm a human being. I have only 2 breasts. I walk upright. I give milk only on special occasions. I use the toilet. You love me? I don't understand.
Oh, God.
How can you love me when you love so much less?
Oh, God.
Fucking a goat.
That does it. Out.
What did I say? I said he was.
Enough.
For Christ's sake, I
Go to your room.
Oh, really, Martin?
Yeah, go to my room.
Go to your room.
What am I, 8 or something? Go to my room.
You better go, Billy. If you stay, you might learn something.
Nicely put.
Thanks.
You want me to leave you here with this pervert?
Just go to your room, Billy. Or go outside,
Or go to one of your public urinals or one of those death clubs. Or...
Knock it off.
Wow.
You seem to know a lot about all that.
I read.
Sure. I'll go if you think it's okay, Ma. I'll go. But not to your places. I'll probably go to my room and I'll probably close my door and I'll probably lie down on my bed and I'll probably start crying and it'll probably get louder and worse and you probably won't be able to hear it, either of you, because you'll be too busy killing each other. But I'll be there and my little 8-year-old heart will for certain be breaking in twain, as they say.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, very good, Billy.
Jesus Christ!
Billy,
Let him go. Well, now,
yes,
just you and me.
yes.
I take it you want to talk about it.
Oh, God. You take it?
Is that a yes?
I was out shopping today. Dress gloves, if you want to know. I still wear them for weddings and things.
Who's getting married?
Shut up.
Sorry.
Dress gloves. And then to the fish people for Shad Row. But it's just come in. And then back home, and you were gone, and I heard Billy's music up in his room, and there was the mail. You'd gone out before it came. Not that it would have mattered. We don't read each other's.
Would that we did?
Oh, I would have found out sooner or later. And there was Ross's letter. Ross? Writing to me? Whatever for?
Oh, God.
And I was standing in the pantry. I put the row away and had left the kitchen and was moving to the dining room on my way to the stairs when I began to read it.
Ross shouldn't have done this. He knows he shouldn't have done.
Dearest Stevie,
Oh, God.
this is the hardest letter I've ever had to write.
Sure.
You doubt it? The hardest letter I've ever had to write, and to my dearest friends. But because I love you, Stevie, as much as I love Martin, because I love you both, respect you, love you, I can't stay silent at a time of crisis for you both, for Martin's public image and your own deeply devoted
As I said, bullshit.
self. I must put baldly, for hinting would only put off the inevitable. Martin, and he told me this himself. I would like to have been listening to that conversation.
No, you wouldn't.
Martin is having an affair with a certain Sylvia. Oh, God, I thought. At least it's someone I don't know. At least it's not Ross's first wife, the one I thought you might if you were going to.
Rebecca?
Yes, or maybe your new assistant.
Who? Ted Ryan?
No, the other one. The one with the Hooters.
Oh, Lucy something.
Yes, Lucy something. You met her at the end. Where was I? An affair with a certain Sylvia who, I am mortified to tell you, is a goat. You will, of course, be shocked and greatly disturbed to know of this, but I felt it my obligation to be the one to bear these tidings, as I'm sure you'd rather hear it from a dear friend. Doubtless, Martin. Doubtless Martin will tell you all I have not, all I cannot. With profound affection for you both, Ross. Well.
Yes. Well.
We will now discuss it.
Of course, though you won't understand.
Oh? Do you know what I thought? What I thought after I'd read the letter? Right to the end?
No, I don't want to know or guess.
Well, I laughed. Of course. A grim joke, but an awfully funny one. That Ross, I tell you, that Ross. You go too far, Ross. It's funny. And it's awful. Wait, but it's way overboard, Ross. So I shook my head and laughed at the awfulness of it. The absurdity, the awfulness. Some things are so awful, you have to laugh. And then I listened to myself laughing, and I began to wonder why I was laughing. It's not funny when you come right down to it, Ross. Why was I laughing? And just like that, I stopped. I stopped laughing. I realized, probably in the way you suddenly fell off a building. Oh shit, I've fallen off a building, and I'm going to die. I'm going to go splat on the sidewalk, like that it wasn't a joke at all. It was awful and absurd, but it wasn't a joke, and everything tied in. Ross coming here to interview you yesterday, the funny smell, the Noel Coward bit we did about you having an affair, and with a goat. You said it right out, and I laughed. You told me. You came right out and fucking told me, and I laughed, and I made jokes about going to the feed store, and I laughed. I fucking laughed until I stopped. Until the laughter stopped. Until it all came together. Ross's letter and all the rest. That odd smell. The mistress's perfume on you. And so I knew.
Stevie, I'm so...
Shut up. And so I knew. And next, of course, came believing it. Knowing it. Knowing it's true is one thing, but believing what you know, well, there's the tough part. We all prepare for jolts along the way, disturbances of peace, the lies, the evasions, the infidelities. If they happen, I've never had an affair, by the way, all of our years together, not even with a cat or anything.
Oh, Stevie.
We prepare for things, for lessonings even, inevitable lessonings, and we think we can handle everything, whatever comes along, but we don't know, do we? Do we?
No, we don't.
Fucking right, we don't. Something can happen that's outside the rules, that doesn't relate the way the game is played. Death before you're ready to even think about it. That's part of the game. A stroke that leaves you sitting, looking at an eggplant the week before you even had your husband. That's another. Emotional disengagement. Gradual, so gradual you don't know it's happening, or sudden. Not very often, but occasionally. That's another. You've read about spouses. God, I hate that word. Spouses. Who all of a sudden start wearing dresses. Yours. Or their own collection. Wives gone dyke. But if there's one thing you don't put on your plate, no matter how exotic your taste may be, is bestiality.
Don't. You don't understand.
The fucking of animals. No, that's one thing you haven't thought about. One thing you overlooked as a byway on the road of life. As the old soap has it. Well, I wonder when he'll start cruising livestock. I must ask. Mother, whether Dad did it and how she handled it. No, that's one thing you haven't thought about, nor could you conceive of. So, how was your day?
Well, I had a good day at the office. Made the design for the World City even larger than...
Oh, good.
And then I stopped by the haberdasher.
Haberdasher. That's someone who makes haberdash?
Haber, I think. Dash is a part of doing it.
Ah, then what?
Well, then I drove back home and...
What? You didn't stop to see your lady friend? Get a lick in?
She's in the country. Please, Stevie, don't.
She's in the country.
I keep her there.
Where?
Please, don't.
Martin, did you ever think you'd come back from your splendid life, walk into your living room, and find you had no life left?
Not specifically, no.
I think we'd better talk about this. If I'm going to kill you, I need to know exactly why. All of the details.
You really want to?
What? Kill you?
No. Learn about it.
No, I don't really want to. I want the whole day to rewind, start over. I want the reel to reverse, to see the mail on the hall table where Billy's left it, then not see it because I haven't opened the door yet. Not having gotten to the fish yet. I haven't bought the gloves yet because I haven't left the house yet because I haven't gotten out of bed because I haven't waked up yet. But since I can't reverse time, yes, I do want to know. I'm reeling with it. Make me not believe it, please. Make me not believe it.
Why aren't you crying?
Because this is too serious. Do goats cry, by the way?
I don't know. I haven't...
Made her cry yet? What's the matter with you?
Stevie.
He can't even make a goat cry. What good is he? His son's probably weeping as we speak. That was pretty awful what you said to him, Martin. Pretty awful. His son's probably lying in his bed, tears flowing. His wife would be crying, except she can't be that weak right now. And you can't even make a goat cry? Jeez.
I didn't say I couldn't. I said I haven't.
Well, the goats of this world must be happy. Oh, you kid.
I can't have this conversation. I can't listen to you when you're...
You stay where you are. You will have this conversation. And with me right now.
Where shall I start?
Right at the beginning. Why do you call her Sylvia, by the way? Did she have a tag or something? Or was it more, who is Sylvia? There is she, that all our goats command her?
No, it just seemed right. Very good, by the way.
Thank you. You saw this thing, this goat, and you said to yourself, this is Sylvia. Or did you talk to it? Hello, Sylvia. How the hell did you know it was a she? Was the female? Bag of nipples dragging in the dung? Or isn't this your first?
She is my first. She is my only. But you don't understand.
Oh, I'm trying not to throw up.
Well, if that's the way you...
No. Tell me.
All right. As I said to Ross...
As I said to Ross, no, not as I said to Ross, to me, as you say to me.
In any event...
Not in any event. No, this event.
As I said to Ross...
Very well. As you said to Ross.
Thank you. As I said to Ross, I'd gone to the country to find the place we wanted, our country place.
You went out a lot.
Well, if you're after utopia...
Sure.
Unless you're one of those people who finds it right off, that's it. That's the place. Unless you're one of those, you've got to search, look around. Close enough in to make it practical for our country needs. No more than an hour or so from...
Our country needs.
Yeah, you're the one who said it. Verdancy. Flowers and green leaves against steel and stone, okay?
Okay. And it's lovely. Now get to the goats.
I'm getting there. I'm getting to her.
Stop calling it her.
That's what she is. It is a she. She is a she.
I suppose I should be grateful it wasn't male. Isn't a male goat?
Funny you should ask, as they say. There was a place I went to.
Oh?
Well, when I realized something was wrong, when I realized people would think something was wrong, that what I was doing wasn't...
I am going to kill you.
Yes, probably. It was a therapy place, a place people went to talk about it, about what they were doing and with whom.
What? Not whom. What? With what?
Whatever. A place, please, let me finish this. A place to talk about it, like AA, like Alcoholics Anonymous.
Goat Fuckers Anonymous?
Please. Please.
Ooh. Sorry. Destroy me.
It had no cute name, no AA, no nothing, just a place.
How did you find it?
Online.
Of course.
I went there, and there were, 10 of us, a group leader, of course.
What was he fucking? Who? Sorry.
He was cured, he said. Odd phrase. It was off it.
Very well. What had he been fucking?
A pig. A young pig.
He realizes, finds a big ceramic table plate, smashes it, resits or whatever.
Go on.
Is there going to be a lot of that?
Probably.
You don't want Billy down here. Some things
are what? Private? Sacred? Husband telling wifey about a very peculiar therapy session? A pig?
A small one, he said.
Jesus.
Billy rushes in from the hall.
You two okay?
Yes, we're fine. Go away, Billy.
Who's throwing things?
I am. Your mother is throwing things.
Is there going to be more?
I imagine so.
retrieving a small vase.
I gave you this one. I think I'll take it upstairs.
I would have noticed, Billy.
Sure. You guys hold it down.
Exit.
I would have. I think I would have.
So anyway, it was this place.
A pig? Really?
Well, everyone had,
Someone or something?
yes.
And was Clarissa Atherton there?
Who? Yes, that's where I got the card. And
And what is she fucking? Who?
a dog, I think.
Stevie finds the
dog
vase
you-
connected to the floor.
A dog, you think?
Why would she lie? Why would anyone there lie?
Damned if I know.
And so I went there, and
Did you all take your friends with you? Your pigs, your dogs, your goats, your...
no, we weren't there to talk about them. We were there to talk. We were there about ourselves, our problems, as they call them.
The livestock was all happy, you mean?
Well, no, there was this one goose, I think it was.
Stevie finds the vase, crashes it to the floor.
Shall we go outside?
Get on with it.
All right. So there was this one goose.
Not geese, not pigs, not dogs, goats. The subject is goats.
The subject is a goat. The subject is Sylvia.
He sees Stevie looking for something to throw.
No, don't. Please, just listen. Sit and listen.
Has a small bowl in her hands and sits.
All right, I'm listening.
I said most of the people there were having problems, were ashamed, or what is the word? Conflicted. Were needed to talk about it while I went there, I guess, to find out why they were all there.
Pardon?
I didn't understand why they were there, why they were all so unhappy. What was wrong with being in love like that?
Stevie gently separates her hands, letting bowl fall between her legs. Break.
There's so much I have to explain.
Rises,
Oh.
moves a little away.
You must promise to be still. Sit there and please listen. And then maybe when I finish, you just listen, please.
How could I not?
I went there because I couldn't come to you with it.
Oh?
Well, think about it.
I suppose you're right.
And most of them had a problem, had a long history. The man with the pig was a farm boy, and he and his brothers, when they were kids, just did it naturally. It's what they did with the pigs, or piglets, perhaps that wasn't clear.
Naturally. Of course.
Are you agreeing?
No. Just get on with it.
No. It was what they did. Maybe it was better than...
Then with each other, or their sisters, or their grandmothers. You've got to be kidding.
No one got hurt.
Huh?
We'll talk about that.
You bet we will.
Most of them had a reason. The man with the pig, more a matter of habit than anything else, I guess. Comfort, familiarity.
Jesus.
Thought he was off it. Cured, as he put it, which I found odd.
Of course.
I mean, if he was happy.
Stevie knocks over the small side table where she's sitting, never taking her eyes off Martin.
Oops.
When he was doing it, I mean, must you? Though I suppose he wasn't, no longer was happy.
You mean you didn't ask him?
No, I didn't. The lady with the German Shepherd.
Clarissa?
No, another one. The lady with the shepherd, it turned out she had been raped by her father and her brother when she was 12 or so. Continually raped, one watching the other, she told us.
And so she took up with a dog?
Yes, it would seem. The man with the goose was hideously ugly. I could barely look at him, and I suppose he thought he could never, you know,
Do I?
try and imagine.
I doubt I can.
Try. So ugly, no woman, no man would even think of doing it with you ever.
One in the hand, etc. But a goose?
Not everyone is satisfied that way. One in the hand. No matter. And I was unhappy there, for they were all unhappy.
My goodness.
And I didn't know why.
Really? I think we've hit upon why I'm going to kill you.
There's something else I want you to understand.
Oh, something else.
It's something I told Ross.
Not him again.
He is my best friend.
Oh, and I thought I was.
I told him that in all our time together, yours and mine, all our marriage, I've never been unfaithful.
Huh.
Never in all our years. Oh, early on, one of your friends would grope me in the kitchen at a party, or
I love my friends. They have taste.
never unfaithful. Never once. I've never even wanted to. We're so good together, you and I.
A perfect fit, eh?
Yes.
You never imagined that a marriage could be so perfect.
Yes. I mean, no, I hadn't.
Great sex, good cook, even does windows.
Hey, be serious.
No, it's too serious for that. Fuck you, by the way.
Never once. People looked at me, said, "What's the matter with you? Don't you have any, lust?" And sure, I said, "I've got plenty. All for Stevie."
La-di-da, you fucking da.
Listen to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All the men I knew were having affairs, seeing other women and laughing about it at the club, on the train. I almost felt like a misfit. What's the matter with you, Martin? You mean you're only doing it with your wife? What kind of man are you?
You men must be fun together.
Odd man out. I only wanted you.
And I have something to tell you.
Oh, no. Don't tell me that you've been with...
Hush. In all our marriage, I've never even wanted anyone but you.
Oh, Stevie.
My mother told me we were a really good friend. My mother told me we really were good friends. I'm sorry you never knew her.
I am too.
We talked together like sisters, by God. We talked the night away, two girls talking. We were that good friends. But she sure knew how to be a parent when she needed to be, when she wanted to keep me very level. And she said to me, I never with deeply and wholly, she said to me, I never told you this. Be sure you marry someone you're in love with. Deeply and wholly in love with. But be careful who you fall in love with, because you might marry him. Your father and I have the best marriage anyone could possibly have, she said to me over and over. Be sure you do too.
Stevie,
Be careful who you marry, she said to me. And I was. I fell in love with you? No, I rose into love with you. And have what cherished you all these years, been proud of all you've done, been happy with our funny son, been, happy. I guess that's the word. No, I don't guess. I know. I've been happy. Look at me, mother. I've married the man I loved, and I've been so happy.
Moves to her, touches her.
Oh,
Martin.
Stevie.
Get your goat fucking hands off me.
Stevie
All
retreats to the wall, arms wide, sobbing greatly.
All right. No more.
Yes, more. Finish it. Vomit it all up. Puke it all out over me. I'll never be less ready, so do it. Do it. You've laid it all out for you. I've laid it all out for you. I'm naked on the table. Take all your knives, cut me, scar me forever.
Before or after I vomit on you. Sorry.
Women in deep woe often mix their metaphors.
Yes.
Get on with it. Very good, by the way.
Thanks.
And hopelessly inappropriate.
Yes. Sorry.
Casually overturns a chair.
Get on with it, I said.
Are you going to do that with all the furniture?
I think so. You may have to help me with some of it.
Truce.
Takes a painting, breaks it over something.
No truce. All of it. Now.
That was my mother's painting.
It still is. You found us our lovely country place.
And the day I found it, I called you. You remember, I told you I'd put a hole on it.
I'll never forget.
And I was driving out of the town back to the highway, and I stopped at the top of a hill.
Crest.
What? Who are you?
You stopped at the crest of the hill. On it, actually.
Yes, and I stopped, and the view was wonderful. Not spectacular, but wonderful. Fall, the leaves turning.
A regular bucolic.
Yes, a regular bucolic. I stopped and got us things, vegetables and things. You remember?
No, I don't.
No matter. And it was then that I saw her.
Who?
Oh, Stevie.
Who? Who could you have seen?
Going on with this, you asked. I'm going to get it all out.
Serves me right, I guess.
And I closed the trunk of the car with all that I'd gotten. And it was then that I saw her. And she was looking at me with those eyes.
Oh, those eyes. Them eyes.
And what I felt was, it was unlike anything I'd ever felt before. It was so amazing. There she was.
Who?
Don't. She was looking at me with those eyes of hers, and I melted, I think. I think that's what I did. I melted.
You melted.
I'd never seen such an expression. It was pure and trusting and innocent, so guileless.
Guileless, innocent, pure. You've never seen children or anything? You never saw Billy when he was a kid?
Of course I did. Don't mock me.
Don't mock me.
I went over to where she was, to the fence where she was, and I knelt there, eye level.
Goat level.
I will finish this. You asked for it, and you're going to get it. So shut your tragic mouth. All right. Listen to me. It was as if an alien came out of whatever it was, and it took me with it, and it was an ecstasy and a purity and a love of a unimaginable kind. And it relates to nothing whatever, to nothing that can be related to. Don't you see the thing that happened to me? What nobody understands, why I can't feel what I'm supposed to, because it relates to nothing? It can't have happened. It did, but it can't have. What are you doing?
Being tragic. I bet a psychiatrist would love all of this.
I knelt there, eye level, and there was an understanding so intense, so natural.
There are some things you can remember, eh?
An understanding so...
I can't remember why I come into rooms where I put the thing for the razor.
An understanding so natural, so intense that I will never forget it. As intense as the night you and I finally came at the same time. What was it, a month after we began? Stevie, it wasn't happening, but it was.
How much do you hate me?
I love you. And I love her. And there it is.
Stevie howls 3 times, slowly, deliberately, a combination of rage and hurt.
Oh! 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 Go on.
I have to do it.
Yes?
Martin
Right.
nods.
And there was a connection there, a communication that, well, an epiphany, I guess, comes closest, and I knew what was going to happen.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Please don't. Epiphany. And when it happens, there's no retreating, no holding back. I put my hands through the wires of the fence, and she came toward me, slipped her face between my hands, brought her nose to mine at the wires, and nuzzled.
I am a grown woman. A grown married woman. Nuzzled. Nuzzled.
Her breath was so sweet, warm, and
Go on. Tell the grown-up married woman.
I hear Billy.
Billy enters.
Are you hitting her? What the fuck?
We're redecorating, honey. No, he's not, by the way, hitting me. I'm hitting myself.
I hear you two. I'm up there and I hear you. Just stop it. Jesus. God, stop it.
We will, Billy. We're not quite done.
Go away, Billy. Go out and play.
Go out and...
Leave the house. Leave us alone.
But...
Do what your mother says. Go out and play. Make mud pies. Climb a tree.
If I come back and find you've hurt her, I'll...
Billy runs at Martin, shoves him, recoils. Martin steps forward, stops. Billy sobs, runs from the room. We hear the front door slam.
Mud pies?
Well, whatever.
What will you do if he comes back and finds you've hurt me? When he comes back and finds you've hurt me?
What?
Down from the trees, hands all muddy. Nothing. You were in the middle of your epiphany.
Yes.
God, I wish you were stupid.
Yes. I wish you were stupid too.
Epiphany?
Yes. It was at that moment that I realized
That you and the fucking goat were destined for one another.
that she and I were going to go to bed together.
To stall together, to hay, not bed.
Whatever. That what could not happen was going to, that we wanted each other very much, that I had to have her, that I...
Stevie screams, a deep-throated rage, and lunges at Martin. He rises and grabs her wrist and shoves her into a chair. She attempts to get up, but he shoves her back again.
Now stop it. Let me finish.
You'll be fucking Billy next.
He's not my type.
Rising again, rage.
He's not your type? He's not your fucking type?
No, he's not.
She's about to strike him.
You're my type.
The shock of this stays her gesture. We see her confused.
You're my type.
Stands
Thank
where
you.
she is.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, Stevie,
I'm your type, and so is she. So is the goat. So long as it's female, eh? So long as it's got a cunt, it's all right with you.
A soul. Don't you know the difference? Not a cunt, a soul.
You can't fuck a soul.
No, and it isn't about fucking.
Yes.
No. No, Stevie, it isn't.
Yes, it is about fucking. It's about you being an animal.
I thought I was.
Huh.
I thought I was. I thought we all were animals.
We stay with our own kind.
Oh, we fall in love with many other creatures, dogs and cats, and
We don't fuck them. You're a monster.
I am a deeply troubled, greatly divided
Animal fucker.
Sylvia and I.
You're going to tell me she wants you?
Yes.
What does she do? Back into you making awful little bleeding sounds?
Oh, that's sheep.
Whatever. Presented herself, down on her forelegs, her head turned, her eyes on you, her...
Stop it. I won't go into the specifics of our sex with you.
Thank you. You take advantage of this creature. You rape this animal and convince yourself that it has to do with love?
I love her and she loves me, and
A huge animal sound. Rage sweeps the bookcase of whatever is on it, or overturns a piece of furniture. Silence. Then quietly return. Silence. Then starting quietly building.
You listen to me. I have listened to you. I have heard you tell me how much you love me, how you've never wanted another woman, how we have been a more perfect marriage than chance would even allow. We're both too bright for most of the shit. We see the deep and awful humor of things go over the heads of most people. We see what's hideously wrong in what most people accept as normal. We have both the joys and the sorrows of all that. We have a straight line through life, right all the way to dying. But that's okay, because it's a good time, so long as we don't screw up.
I know.
Shut up. So long as we don't screw up. And you've screwed up.
Stevie,
I said shut up. Do you know how you've done it? How you've screwed up?
because I was at the vegetable stand one day and I looked over to my right and I saw.
Because you've broken something that can't be fixed.
Stevie.
Fall out of love with me? Fine. No, not fine, but that can be fixed. Time, whatever. But tell me you love me and an animal, both of us, equally, the same way? That you go from my bed, our bed, it's amazing you know how good we are, still, how we please each other and ourselves, so fully, so fresh each time. You go from our bed, wash your dick, get in your car, and go to her. And do with her what I cannot imagine myself imagining. Or worse, that you've come from her to my bed, to our bed, and you do with me what I can imagine, love, want you for.
Oh, Stevie.
That you can do these two things and not understand how it shatters the glass, how it cannot be dealt with, how stop and forgiveness have nothing to do with it, and how I am destroyed, how you are, how I cannot admit it though I know it, how I cannot deny it because I cannot admit it because it's outside of denying.
Stevie, I promise you I'll stop.
How stopping has nothing to do with having started, how nothing has anything to do with anything. You have brought me down, you goat fucker. You love of my life. You have brought me down to nothing. You have brought me down, and Christ, I'll bring you down with me.
Brief pause. She turns on her heel, exits. We hear the front door slam. After she leaves, he hears the door. Little boy.
Stevie? Stevie?
Scene 3. An hour or so later, Martin is sitting in the ruins. Maybe he is examining a broken piece of something. The room is as it was at the end of scene 2. Front door slams. Billy enters. Martin rises and stands in the middle of the room.
Wow.
Yes. Wow.
You guys really had it out, huh?
Oh, yes.
So where is she?
Who?
My mother. Where's my mother?
Where is my mother? Not mother, where's mother? Not that, but where is my mother?
Whatever. Where is she? Where is my mother?
I
Where is she? What did you do? Did you kill her?
Yes, I think so.
What?
Stop. No, I did not kill her. Of course not. But I think I might as well have. I think we've killed each other.
Where is she?
I don't know.
What do you mean that you don't?
She left.
What do you mean she left? Where?
Stop asking me what I mean. She said what she wanted to say. She finished and she left. She slammed the front door and left. I assume she drove somewhere.
Yeah, the wagon's gone. Where is she?
She left. I don't know where she is. It's English. She left. It's English. No, I did not kill her. Yes, I think I did. I think we killed each other. That's English too. What are your courses?
I know who you are. I know you're my father. I know who you are, and I know you're supposed to be, but...
You too?
Huh?
You don't know who I am anymore.
No.
Well, neither does your mother.
Parents fight. They know that. All kids know that. There are good times and rotten ones. Sometimes the blanket is pulled out from under you and...
You're mixing your metaphors.
What?
Never mind. Probably not the best time to bring it up. You were saying there are good times and rotten ones.
Yes. Thanks.
Welcome.
Sometimes the whatever is pulled out from under you.
Rug, I think.
Right. Now shut the fuck up. Semanticist.
Very good. Where did you learn that?
I go to a good school, remember?
Yes, but still.
I said shut the fuck up.
Right.
There are good times, and there are rotten ones. There are times where we're so deep in content, in happiness, that we think we'll probably drown in it, but we won't mind. There are some of those, not too many. There are times we don't know what the fuck's going on to us, with us, about us. And that's most of the time. I'm talking about us, so-called adolescents.
I know.
And then there are the times where we wish we were old enough just to walk out the door and start all over again, somewhere else, blank it all out.
And this?
One guess, you fuck. What have you done with my mother?
We finished our conversation. You see how we talk? We finished our conversation and she said a final thing and she left. She walked out the front door, slam.
How long ago?
An hour, maybe more, maybe 2. I'm not very good at time and stuff right now.
2 hours? And you haven't...
What? Call the police? Oh, officer, help me. My wife just found out I've been doing it with livestock and she's run off. And can you help me find her? What, take off after her? She's a grown woman. She could be having her hair done for all I know.
What did she say to you?
Oh, quite a few things.
I mean, when she left, what did she say when she left?
Something about bringing me down or whatever.
Be specific.
Well, it's hard to be specific. We were busy after all.
Exactly what she said. And now.
You have brought me down and I will bring you down with me.
What does that mean?
No one's ever brought you down? No, I suppose not yet. It means what it says. that you have done to me what cannot be undone, and you won't get away with it.
Billy stands for a moment, then spontaneously cries for a little, stops. Wiping his eyes.
See.
You destroy me, I destroy you.
Yes, I see. There's no point in setting all this right.
Does look pretty awful, doesn't it?
Let's do it anyway.
Set the stage for the next round. What next round? It's all behind me, isn't it? Everything, all hope and all salvation. Dead end, rock bottom, out with the garbage, flush down the toilet, ground up, spit out over the edge with heavy weights, down, sunk, whatever. All hope, everything gone. Right?
Whatever. So what is it? What is it going to be then? Divorce?
I don't know, Billy. I don't know that there are any rules for where we are.
Beyond all the rules, huh?
I think so.
I wouldn't know. I guess I've never been in love yet. I mean, lots of crushes and all.
Only twice for me, your mother and Sylvia.
Oh my God, you're really holding on to this, aren't you?
To
This goat, this big love affair.
It's true.
Could you just grow up?
Ah, is that it?
Billy laughs inside of himself. Martin tries to right a chair.
Help me with this.
Billy helps him.
Thanks.
Anytime. They asked us at school last week, last month. They asked each of us in this class, to talk about, how normal our lives were, how conventional it all was, and how do we feel about it?
What kind of school is this?
You chose it. You two chose it. And a lot of the guys got up and talked about, our home lives, how our parents get on and all. And it wasn't very special except for the guys whose parents are divorced or one has died or gone crazy or whatever.
Really? Crazy?
Sure. Good private school. All guys, too. Thanks. I mean, it was all about what you'd expect. Maybe everybody left all the juicy stuff out or they didn't know it. Where does this go?
Trash, I suspect.
Too bad. So it was all pretty dull, pretty much what you'd expect.
I take it you haven't gotten up and spoken yet.
No, I haven't. You know what I'm going to tell them? I'm going to get up there on my hind legs.
Do I want to know?
Sure, you're a big guy.
I am diminished.
Yeah. Whatever. I think what I'll tell them is this. That I've been living with two people that are about as splendid as you can get. If I'd been born to other people, it could not have been any better.
Martin sighs heavily, puts up a protesting hand up.
No, really, I mean it. You two guys are about as good as they come. You're smart and fair. And then you have a sense of humor, both of you, and you're Democrats. You are Democrats, aren't you?
More than they are sometimes.
That's what I thought. And you figured out that raising a kid does not include making him into a carbon copy of you. That you're letting me think that you're putting up with me being gay far better than you probably really are.
Oh, now
Thank you, by the way.
it's the least.
Right.
You're gay?
Shut up. Anyway, you've let me have it better than a lot of kids. Better than a lot of mom and dads have a lot closer to what being grown up will look like. As far as I can tell, good guidance. It's great to see how two people can love each other.
Don't.
At least that's what I thought, until yesterday, until that shit hit the fan.
Billy, please don't.
Until shit hit the fan and the talk I was going to do at school became history. What will I say now? Goodness me, the good ship Lollipop is gone and sunk. What will I say? Well, let's see. I came home yesterday, and everything had been great. Absolutely normal. Therefore, great. Great parents, great house, great trees, great cars, the old great. But then today I come home and what do I find? I find my great mom and great dad talking about a letter from great good friend Ross.
Fuck Ross.
Yes. A letter from great good friend Ross written to great good mom about how great good dad has been in the barnyard fucking animals.
Don't do this.
Animals. Oh, one in particular. A goat. A fucking goat. You see, guys, your stories are swell or whatever, but I've got one that'll knock your sockets off, as they used to say. Wipe the tattoos right off your butts. You see, while great old mom and great old dad have been doing the great old parent thing, one of them has been underneath the house, down in the cellar, digging a pit so deep, so wide, so huge, we'll all fall in and never be able to climb out again, no matter how much we want to or how hard we try. And you see, kids, fellow students, you see, I love these people. I love the man who's been down there digging when he's not giving it to a goat. I love this man. I love him.
Drops whatever he's holding, moves to Martin, arms out.
I love him.
Wraps his arms around Martin, who doesn't know what to do. Starts kissing Martin on the hands, on the neck, crying all the while. Then it turns, or does it? And he kisses Martin full on the mouth. A deep sobbing sexual kiss. Ross has entered, stands watching. Martin tries to disengage from Billy, but Billy moans, holds on. Finally, Martin shoves him away. Billy stands there, still sobbing, arms around nothing. They have not seen Ross.
Don't do that.
I love you.
Sure you do. You
Faggot. Huh? You faggot.
That's not what I was going to say.
Dad, I love you. Hold me, please.
No.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all right. Here, let me hold you.
Billy moves to him again. A momentary silent embrace.
Excuse me.
They are startled, split. Maybe Billy stumbles over something.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, little.
What? See a man and his son kissing? That would go nicely in one of your fucking letters. Judas, get out of here.
It wasn't what you think.
Yes, it was. Don't apologize. Too bad you couldn't have brought your fucking TV crew over. Don't you and your son ever kiss? Don't you and, what's his name, Todd, love one another?
Not that way.
That way? What way? This boy is hurt. I've hurt him, and he still loves me. You fucker, he loves his father. And if it clicks over and becomes, what, sexual for just a moment, so what? So fucking what? He's hurt, and he's lonely, and mind your own fucking business.
You're sicker than I thought.
No, I'm hysterical.
It did. It clicked over, and you're just another
It's all right.
man. I get confused. Sex and love, loving, and I probably do want to sleep with him. I want to sleep with everyone,
It's all right.
except you, probably. Jesus, sick. What is it? Contagious? What? It is what?
There was a man told me once, a friend. We went to the same gym. He told me he had his kid on his lap one day, not even old enough to be a boy or a girl, a baby. And he had it on his lap, and it was gurgling at him and making giggling sounds. And he had it with his arms around it in his lap, shifting it a little from side to side to make it happier, to make it giggle more. And all at once, he realized he was getting hard.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
That the baby in his lap was making him hard, not arousing him. It wasn't sexual, but it was happening.
Jesus.
His dick was rising to the baby in his lap, his lap. And when he realized what was happening, he thought he would die. His pulse was going a mile a minute. His ears were ringing loud, very loud, and he was going to faint. He knew it. And then the moment passed, and he knew it had all been an accident, that it meant nothing, that nothing was connected to anything else. His wife came in, she smiled, he handed her the baby, and that was it. It was over. Things happen. Besides, I'm hysterical, remember?
What are you doing? Defending yourself? Jesus, you're sick.
Do you have any other words? Sick and Jesus? Is that all you have?
Was it me? Was it me, Dad? Was the baby me?
Hush.
Was it?
So what do you want here now, motherfucker? Judas.
Stevie called, what, an hour ago, more. She said you needed me. She said to come over.
I don't. Get out. She called you?
Yes. God, getting hard with a baby. Is there anything you people don't get off on? Was it, Dad?
Of course not, Billy. Is there anything we people don't get off on? Is there anything anyone doesn't get off on, whether we admit it or not, whether we know it or not? Remember St. Sebastian with all the arrows shot into him? He probably came. God knows all the faithful did. Shall I go on? You want to hear about the cross?
Oh, of course it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Sick.
I'll tell you what's sick. Writing that fucking letter to Stevie. Why doesn't matter. That's what's sick. I tell you about it. I share it with you, the whole awful thing, because I think I've lost it maybe. I tell you. I share it with you because you're what? You're my best friend in the whole world? Because I needed to tell somebody with his head on straight enough to hear it? I tell you, and you fucking turn around and...
I had to.
No, you didn't. You didn't have to.
I couldn't let you continue.
I could have worked it out. I could have stopped, and no one would have known except you, motherfucker. Mr. One Strike and You're Out.
No, you couldn't.
I could have worked it out. And now nothing can ever be put back together. Ever.
Dad?
You shut up. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Yes, all right, it was sick. And yes, it was compulsive and...
Is. Not was, is.
I
Is. I-S.
is all right. Is sick. Is compulsive.
And it was wrong.
It was what?
Wrong. Deeply destructively wrong.
Whatever you want. But I could have handled it. You didn't have to bring it all down. You didn't have to destroy both of us. You didn't have to destroy Stevie too.
Me? Me bring you down. This isn't embezzlement, honey. This isn't stealing from helpless widows. This isn't going to whores and coming down with the clap or whatever, you know. This isn't the stuff that stops a career in its track for a little while. Humiliation, public remorse, and then you back up again. This is beyond all that, way beyond. You go on and you'll slip up one day. Somebody will see you. Somebody will surprise you one day. Whatever barn you put her in, no matter where you put her, somebody will see you on your knees behind the damn animal, your pants around your ankles. Somebody will catch you at it. Let him alone, for God's sakes, Ross. Do you know there are prison terms for this? Some states, they'll kill you for it. Do you know what they do to you? The press, everybody. Down it all comes, your career, your life, everything. For fucking a goat.
Shakes his head sadly. Billy is weeping quietly.
Is that what it is then? That people will know? That people will find out? That I can do whatever I want and that's what matters? That people will find out? Fuck the thing itself. Fuck what it means. That people will find out?
Your soul is your business. The rest, I can help you with.
Of course it's my business and clearly you don't have one.
Oh?
So that's what it comes down to, eh? What we can get away with?
Sure.
Oh, thank God. It's so simple. I thought it had to do with love and loss, and it's only about getting by. Well, Stevie and I have been wrestling with the wrong angel. When she comes back, if she comes back, I'll have to set her straight about what matters. Does nobody understand what happened?
Oh, for Christ's sakes, Martin. Dad?
Why can't anyone understand this? I am alone, all alone.
A silence. Then we hear a sound at the door.
Mom?
Billy going into the hall, gone.
You do understand, don't you?
No.
Stevie is dragging a dead goat. The goat's throat is cut. Blood is down Stevie's clothes on her arms. She stops.
Oh my God.
What have you done?
Here.
Generally to no one. Helpless. A quiet place.
Help, help. Oh my God.
Martin moves towards Stevie.
What have you done? Oh my God, what have you done?
Billy is crying. Stevie regards Martin for a moment. Ross is immobile.
I went where Ross told me I would find your friend. I found her. I killed her. I brought her here to you. No? Why are you surprised? What did you expect me to do?
What did she do? What did she ever do? I ask you, what did she ever do?
She loved you, you say, as much as I do.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
To one, then the other. No reaction from them.
Dad? Mom.
Tableau. End of play.
Yay.
Well, hey.
Great job, everybody. As with all of our readings, we like to promote a charity to donate to. This week we decided on the Okra Project, who wonderfully have decided they just started a couple different, I don't know if they're temporary funds, but one for Tony McDade, and another one, as well as just being a great sort of charity to donate to. They provide food and meals for people that are sort of outside of the normal zeitgeist of life that this world likes to sort of impose upon us. There are humans out there that are marginalized and do not receive the same benefits as most of us. So it'd be terrific to go donate to those projects, to those charities that help those people, especially in a time like now when we're in the middle of quarantine. Who knows what's going to happen in this world in the future? But yeah, go donate to people who are marginalized, unless I guess they don't benefit as much as we do. Yeah, so this week's the Okra Project. TheOkraproject.com. You can go donate to them, and they have a lot of terrific sort of temporary and just unique charities to donate to, depending on what's happening in the world. And as we all know, there's a lot happening in the world, especially when it comes to systemic racism, systemic transphobia, just lots of things that are shitty in this world that we all have the power to right if we work together. So yeah, go do that. Also come to our discussion on Monday night. 7 p.m. is when we all get together. 7:30 is when we start the discussion, but we have a little half hour to sort of mingle on Zoom and talk to each other before Andy tries to fill our heads with a bunch of prompting questions, probing questions for an hour. We get to think about the text a little deeper. This week will be interesting because this play was quite real. I'm, as always, on a tangent. Does anybody have anything they want to say before I press stop recording? No worries if not, but if you want to, feel free.
Thank you for having me for such deep, dark, engaging material. Reading the play, I was like, oh, this is definitely Albee. It's a lot. This show is a lot. And what I find interesting is that Martin barely freaks out and everyone else just kind of has a fucking meltdown because it's like he's not acknowledging the severity of it. So that's my little...
Yeah, I would agree. I would also say thanks for joining us, Frankie. It's been too long since we've, quote unquote, worked together. Readings are a little less work than actually putting on a show, but we're always happy to have you. We want you to be a part of it as much as you can. Dave, thanks for coming back. So good to see you again.
It was really great. Thanks for having me. This was a great script to read.
Yeah, it was. I would agree. It's couldn't have asked for two better people to read this show. Killed it. Oh, Frankie died. He left. In the future, whoever is watching this recording, Frankie didn't actually die. The Zoom he's not in there anymore. Just so you don't think that he actually died just now. But yeah, I'm going to press stop recording then.